Many people wake up feeling heavy tired or slightly swollen even after drinking water all day and trying to eat reasonably healthy. It's easy to brush that feeling off to assume it's just age or stress, but there's a far more serious possibility most people never consider until it's too late. Your kidneys may already be under pressure, quietly struggling long before any diagnosis appears. I'm Dr. Richard Hale, and this silent pattern is one of the most dangerous health mistakes I see. Here's the urgent truth. Kidney damage almost never starts with pain. It doesn't come with loud warning signs or dramatic symptoms. It builds slowly, silently, while toxins accumulate and filtration becomes less efficient. By the time blood tests change or doctors raise concerns, a large portion of kidney function may already be lost. And one of the biggest misconceptions driving this problem is the belief that drinking more water alone is enough. It isn't. Water helps, but it does not correct inflammation, circulation problems, or metabolic stress quietly damaging kidney tissue every day. What makes this even more alarming is how common these early signs are after the age of 50. Evening ankle swelling, constant fatigue, waking up multiple times at night to urinate, or feeling off for no clear reason are often dismissed as normal aging. In reality, they can be early distress signals from kidneys working under continuous strain. But this is where the story changes. Supporting kidney health doesn't always require extreme diets, expensive supplements, or drastic medical interventions. Some of the most effective support comes from simple daily choices, especially what you add to your food. Certain common spices, when used correctly and consistently, can help calm inflammation, improve blood flow, and reduce the toxin burden your kidneys face. In this video, I'll show you 5 everyday spices that quietly support kidney function over time. They are not miracle cures and they don't work overnight. But the final one on this list is often used incorrectly, even by people who believe they're eating well. And understanding that mistake could change how you protect your kidneys from this point forward. One of the most underestimated factors affecting kidney health isn't medication, supplements, or even water intake. It's chronic inflammation combined with unstable blood sugar, quietly stressing your kidneys day after day. And this is where the first spice enters the story in a way most people never expect: cinnamon. Most people associate cinnamon with desserts, coffee, or holiday flavors, but I want you to think of it differently. I once spoke with a man in his early 60s who told me he did everything right. He drank water regularly, avoided salty foods, and followed his doctor's advice. Yet every afternoon his ankles would swell and his energy would crash. What he didn't realize was that his blood sugar was spiking multiple times a day, forcing his kidneys to work overtime without him feeling it. This matters because the kidneys are extremely sensitive to inflammation and glucose instability. Research published in journals like Diabetes Care and the Journal of Medicinal Food has shown that cinnamon may help improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammatory markers linked to kidney stress. When blood sugar stays more stable, the kidneys filter blood with less pressure, less irritation, and less long-term damage. That's not a small benefit. Over time, even modest improvements in glucose control can reduce the workload placed on kidney tissue. Cinnamon also supports circulation, which is another piece people often overlook. Healthy blood flow means your kidneys receive oxygen and nutrients more efficiently, allowing them to repair rather than constantly react. This is especially important for people over 50, where circulation naturally declines. Inflammation plus poor blood flow is a dangerous combination for kidney health, and cinnamon quietly addresses both. There's another reason cinnamon is so valuable, especially for people trying to protect their kidneys. Many are told to cut back on salt and sugar, which often makes food feel bland and unsatisfying. Cinnamon adds warmth and natural sweetness without sodium or added sugar. That means meals become enjoyable again, making kidney-friendly eating something people can actually maintain long-term. Using cinnamon doesn't require complicated routines. A small amount in warm water, herbal tea, oatmeal yogurt, or even rice and cooked vegetables is enough. The key isn't quantity, it's consistency. Small daily support is far more protective than occasional extremes. And when cinnamon is paired with overall healthy habits like hydration and reduced processed food, its effect becomes more meaningful. But lowering inflammation and stabilizing blood sugar is only one part of the picture. Because even when those improve, your kidneys still face another hidden challenge that most people completely overlook. And it's something found on almost every dinner table: If cinnamon quietly helps calm inflammation and stabilize blood sugar, there's another spice that works even deeper at the cellular level, where kidney damage actually begins. This is where turmeric enters the picture, and why it's often underestimated by people who think it's only there to add color to food. I remember speaking with a woman in her late 50s who followed a strict low-sodium diet after being warned about kidney strain. She did everything she was told, yet her lab results barely improved. What was happening beneath the surface was persistent low-grade inflammation. Her kidneys weren't failing because of salt alone. They were being slowly worn down by oxidative stress. Something diet changes don't always fix unless the right anti-inflammatory support is present. This is where turmeric matters. The active compound in turmeric curcumin has been studied extensively for its ability to reduce inflammation and neutralize oxidative stress. Research published in journals such as Kidney International and Clinical Nutrition shows that curcumin can help protect kidney cells from inflammatory damage and improve markers linked to renal stress. When inflammation stays elevated, kidney tissue loses its ability to repair. When inflammation is reduced, the kidneys finally get a chance to recover instead of constantly defending themselves. There's another critical layer to this story. Your kidneys don't work alone. They depend heavily on the liver to process toxins before filtration even begins. Studies suggest curcumin supports liver detox pathways, reducing the overall toxin load entering the kidneys. Less toxin pressure means less strain, fewer micro-injuries, and better long-term filtration efficiency. This kidney-liver partnership is rarely discussed, but it's essential for understanding why some people do everything right and still struggle. Turmeric also plays a powerful role in kidney-friendly eating. When salt is restricted, food often becomes dull, which leads people back to processed sauces without realizing it. Turmeric adds depth, warmth, and richness without sodium, helping people stay consistent with protective diets. Consistency, not perfection, is what actually preserves kidney function over time. Using turmeric correctly is important. Small amounts added to soups, rice, vegetables, or warm drinks are enough. Pairing turmeric with black pepper significantly improves curcumin absorption, something many people overlook. Without that pairing, much of turmeric's benefit is lost before it ever reaches your bloodstream. This simple adjustment can dramatically increase its effectiveness without adding complexity. But here's where most people stop too soon. They reduce inflammation, improve blood sugar, and feel encouraged. Yet the kidneys still face another daily threat, one that determines whether these benefits truly last or slowly fade away. And it comes from something almost everyone uses without thinking twice. Reducing inflammation and supporting detox is essential, but none of it lasts if one daily habit keeps quietly sabotaging your kidneys. And that habit is something almost everyone struggles with: salt. This is where a spice that looks simple, almost boring, becomes far more powerful than most people realize. Black pepper. I once spoke with a retired teacher who was determined to protect her kidneys after her doctor warned her about rising blood pressure. She cut back on salt immediately, but within weeks she felt miserable. Food tasted flat, meals felt unsatisfying, and slowly, without noticing, processed sauces crept back into her diet. The intention was right, but the strategy wasn't sustainable. Her kidneys weren't just fighting toxins anymore, they were dealing with excess sodium again. This is why black pepper matters so much. From a kidney health perspective, one of the greatest ongoing threats is chronic sodium overload. High sodium increases fluid retention, raises blood pressure, and places constant strain on the delicate blood vessels inside the kidneys. Research published in nutrition and cardiovascular journals consistently shows that reducing sodium intake is one of the most effective ways to slow kidney decline. The problem is adherence. People don't stick with bland food. Black pepper solves that problem in a way most people overlook. Its active compound piperine provides depth, warmth, and a gentle heat that makes food satisfying without adding sodium. But flavor is only part of the story. Studies have shown that piperine has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of kidney tissue damage over time. Less oxidative stress means kidney cells can focus on filtration rather than constant repair. There's another layer that makes black pepper especially important after turmeric. Piperine dramatically improves the absorption of curcumin, allowing turmeric's benefits to actually reach the bloodstream instead of being wasted during digestion. Research suggests absorption can increase by many times when these two are paired correctly. This means black pepper doesn't just help on its own, it amplifies the protective effects of everything you've already heard. Using black pepper correctly is simple, but precision matters. You don't need large amounts. A light sprinkle on vegetable soups, eggs, rice, or lean proteins is enough. Freshly ground pepper retains more active compounds, and adding it near the end of cooking preserves its flavor and benefits. This small habit makes kidney-friendly eating realistic, not restrictive. When people finally enjoy low-sodium meals again, something powerful happens. They stop cheating. They stop cycling between good weeks and bad weeks. Consistency returns, and that consistency is what kidneys respond to best over time. But even with inflammation reduced, toxins managed, and sodium under control, the kidneys still depend on one more critical factor to truly recover. And it's something that directly affects circulation, digestion, and fluid balance all at once. Even when inflammation is reduced and sodium is finally under control, many kidneys still struggle for one simple reason: poor circulation and sluggish detox. This is where another familiar spice becomes surprisingly important, not because it's strong, but because it gets the body moving again from the inside. Ginger. I once spoke with a man in his mid-60s who had done an impressive job lowering his salt intake and cleaning up his diet. His blood pressure improved, but he still felt heavy, bloated, and exhausted by late afternoon. His digestion was slow, his hands and feet felt cold, and he was waking up multiple times a night to urinate. What he didn't realize was that his kidneys weren't receiving the circulation support they needed to clear waste efficiently. Ginger addresses this problem at its root. One of ginger's key strengths is its ability to improve circulation. Active compounds like gingerol help relax blood vessels and enhance blood flow, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach kidney tissue more effectively. Better circulation means kidneys can filter waste with less resistance instead of struggling against poor delivery and buildup. Studies published in medical and nutritional journals have shown that ginger has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects that may protect kidney cells from oxidative damage, a hidden contributor to gradual kidney decline. There's another critical role ginger plays that often goes unnoticed: digestion. When digestion slows, toxins linger longer in the body, increasing the workload placed on the kidneys. Ginger supports digestive motility, helping food move through the system more efficiently and reducing toxin accumulation. Less internal congestion means less pressure on the kidneys to compensate. This connection between digestion and kidney stress is rarely discussed, but it's one of the reasons ginger has been used traditionally for detox support across many cultures. Ginger also supports natural fluid balance. By gently promoting sweating and urination, it helps the body release waste without forcing the kidneys into overdrive. This is especially valuable for people who feel puffy, retain fluid, or experience frequent nighttime urination. Instead of shocking the system, ginger works gradually, encouraging smoother elimination pathways that take pressure off the kidneys over time. From a practical standpoint, ginger fits easily into kidney-friendly eating. Fresh ginger can be sliced or grated into soups, vegetables, and warm meals. Ginger tea made from thin slices steeped in hot water is another gentle option. Even dried ginger powder can be effective when used sparingly. The key isn't intensity, it's regular, moderate use that supports circulation day after day. Ginger also works best as part of a team. When combined with turmeric and black pepper, it creates a powerful trio. Turmeric calms inflammation, black pepper improves absorption, and ginger improves circulation. Together, they address three major stressors the kidneys face, simultaneously making recovery more achievable. But circulation and detox still aren't the final piece of the puzzle, because even when blood flow improves and waste moves more smoothly, kidney health can still rise or fall based on one last factor, one that directly affects blood pressure, toxin load, and long-term filtration strength. Even with inflammation, calm, circulation improved, and detox moving more smoothly, kidney health can still rise or fall based on one decisive factor that determines long-term survival of kidney tissue. That factor is blood pressure and vascular damage, and this is where one familiar ingredient quietly becomes a protector instead of just a flavor booster. Garlic. I once worked with a man in his early 70s who believed his kidneys were failing simply because of age. His blood pressure had been borderline high for years, never alarming enough to demand urgent treatment. Over time, that constant pressure damaged the tiny blood vessels inside his kidneys, reducing their ability to filter waste efficiently. What surprised him most was that small changes in how he seasoned his food made a measurable difference in how his body responded. This matters because high blood pressure is one of the strongest predictors of kidney decline. When pressure inside blood vessels remains elevated, the delicate filtration units in the kidneys slowly scar and lose function. Garlic has been studied extensively for its ability to support healthier blood pressure levels. Research published in cardiovascular and nutrition journals shows that garlic compounds can help relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and reduce vascular resistance. Lower pressure means less mechanical stress on kidney tissue and better preservation of filtration capacity. Garlic's protective role doesn't stop there. It contains sulfur-based compounds such as lecithin, known for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. These compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of cellular damage inside the kidneys. When oxidative stress remains unchecked, kidney cells spend more energy defending themselves than filtering waste. Garlic helps shift that balance back toward protection and repair. Another critical but often overlooked benefit of garlic is its role in detox coordination. The kidneys do not work alone. They rely heavily on the liver to process toxins before filtration even begins. Garlic has been shown to activate liver enzymes involved in detoxification, reducing the amount of harmful compounds that reach the kidneys in the first place. Less toxin load entering the bloodstream means less strain on kidney filters over time. From a practical standpoint, garlic is one of the most powerful tools for kidney-friendly eating. Its bold, savory flavor allows people to reduce salt dramatically without feeling deprived. Fresh garlic, lightly cooked, can be added to vegetable soups, rice, and lean proteins. Garlic powder can also be used as long as it's free of added sodium. The goal isn't intensity. A small amount is enough to transform a meal and support consistency. Garlic also completes the synergy you've been building throughout this list. Turmeric reduces inflammation, black pepper improves absorption, ginger supports circulation and digestion, and garlic stabilizes blood pressure while easing toxin load. Together, they form a protective system rather than isolated fixes. But understanding each spice individually is only part of the story. Because what truly determines whether your kidneys recover or continue to decline isn't one ingredient, but how consistently you apply these choices day after day. And that's where everything comes together next. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this: protecting your kidneys is not about fear, and it's not about perfection. It's about small, consistent choices that give your body a chance to recover instead of constantly fighting uphill. Many people feel discouraged when they hear words like kidney stress or declining function, but the truth is your kidneys are incredibly resilient when they're supported the right way. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start where you are. Use what you already have in your kitchen. A pinch of the right spice used regularly can reduce inflammation, ease blood pressure, improve circulation, and lower the daily toxin load your kidneys face. These changes may feel small, but over weeks and months, they add up in ways most people never expect. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, do yourself a favor and save it. That way you can come back to it, rewatch it, and remind yourself why these habits matter, especially on days when motivation feels low. And if caring for your kidney health is important to you or someone you love, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I regularly share clear, practical medical insights designed to help you protect your kidneys, manage chronic stress on your body, and age with more strength and confidence. I also want to hear from you. If any part of this video felt familiar, or if you've already started making changes for your kidney health, leave a comment below. I read everyone, and your experience may help someone else who's feeling unsure or overwhelmed right now. Remember this: it's not too late to support your kidneys, and you are not powerless in this process. With the right knowledge and steady habits, you can give your body the support it needs to function better over time. Stay consistent, stay informed, and take care of yourself.